Imagine a realm where silence is as piercing as the icy winds. A realm where the secrets are so dark. Here in the heart of Antarctica, a young astrophysicist named Rodney Marks embarked on a quest to unveil cosmic mysteries, but ultimately met with tragedy. As the perpetual darkness of a polar night enshrouded the Edmondson Scott South Pole Station, Rodney Marks was caught in a whirlwind of unexplained symptoms. Each tick of the clock was a reminder that isolation was the biggest threat he faced. Rodney's inexplicable demise gave a new meaning to the term cold case. This trail meanders through veils of secrecy, international conflict, and concealed military bases. Put on your parka and your snow pants, and let's go down south. Rodney is an Australian astrophysicist. He's born on March 13, 1968 in Geelong, Victoria, Australia. He pursues his education at the University of Melbourne and later the University of New South Wales Wales. Rodney's career led him into the icy wilderness of the Antarctic, where he becomes an integral part of a team working on the Antarctic Sub-Millimeter Telescope and Remote Observatory. At this particular South Pole Station, he's actually being paid for by a U.S. government-backed agency called Raytheon in their Polar Services Division. Raytheon has its share of controversies. If you haven't heard about it, it's a military contractor known to be working on some kind of DARPA stuff. By DARPA, I mean crazy weapons. So on the morning of May 11, 2000, the relentless Antarctic cold gnawed at the landscape, and Rodney is going about his business. He walks from the observatory to the main station, a walk that he had done a million times. As the frozen winds beat against Rodney, something began to unravel within him. It was a sinister whisper of what was to come, a subtle shift in the rhythm of his being. It just didn't quite feel right. As Rodney treaded up that icy path, the unease became worse. He could feel a shiver running down his spine. It felt like an uninvited guest coming into his body. This was the onset of a fever. It clung to him, clawing at his vitality with every step he took towards the station. His stomach began to twist in knots. Wasting no time, Rodney heads up to the station. He seeks medical help from a doctor called Robert Thompson. It was the first of 3 desperate visits to Dr. Thompson, a seasoned medical professional. He found himself amid an unfolding medical mystery. Rodney's symptoms were escalating. His vision was becoming now a blurry spectacle, his joints screamed with pain, and his nausea turned into the vomiting of blood. The calm demeanor in Rodney's eyes was replaced with a palpable distress. As the hours ticked away, the sun peering through the thick veil of the Antarctic clouds, Rodney found himself spiraling into the abyss. Despite Dr. Thompson's relentless attempts to diagnose and alleviate the suffering, Rodney's body seemed to be locked in a grim dance with death. Communication lines buzzed with urgency, satellite calls to people for help, but unfortunately, due to the remoteness, no help was immediately available. As night came, Rodney's battle against the unforeseen foe continued to get worse. On a grim morning of May 12, 2000, Rodney Marks has come to this unforeseen illness. His last breath filled with cold, sterile air of the medical facility, leaving behind a mystery that shrouded the hearts of every individual at the South Pole Station. The icy wilderness had once echoed with Rodney's laughter and inquisitive musings, and now it became his final resting place. His demise left a trail of questions. Something happened during the autopsy that was flagged to investigators. Oddly, they found that there was actually Nina Marks without any indications of narcotic use. The toxicology screens that came back were all negative. Could somebody have harbored a personal or professional dispute with him that could escalate to this level? The theory of homicide is often seen as a dark but possible scenario. Is it possible that Marks came across something that he wasn't supposed to see, and essentially he was viewed as a security threat? Did he see data that he wasn't supposed to see? Maybe a thumb drive? I really want to know what you guys think about this. Please drop me a comment. Could it have been a penguin? I don't know. I think it was just a really unfortunate accident. To hear the whole story, just click the link in the video.